What I choose to do is focus on one niche, and it's final expense life insurance. And where I think a lot of people miss the boat when it comes into this industry is they look at this industry as being an agent. And the difference is I look at this industry as building a business, right? So if I want to build a business, there's a couple things that I think are going to ensure my success. How you doing? David Price here. I just wanted to go over something. A lot of people, they ask me, why final expense? I work in the insurance industry. There's 1,000 different things: homeowners insurance, car insurance, health insurance, term insurance, mortgage protection, annuities. There's 1,000 different things I could be selling. And what I choose to do is focus on one niche, and it's final expense life insurance. And where I think a lot of people miss the boat when it comes into this industry is they look at this industry as being an agent. And the difference is I look at this industry as building a business, right? So if I want to build a business, there's a couple things that I think are going to ensure my success. One's going to be lead flow. Another one's going to be simplicity. And another one that comes off of simplicity is being duplicatable. Right? If you look at the most successful restaurant in the world, it's McDonald's, because they have a very, very duplicatable system. Anybody that has the money can purchase a McDonald's with no restaurant experience, go through their training, and have a very successful, profitable restaurant because of the simplicity at McDonald's. And you can hire anyone to basically work in a McDonald's because they have a very simple system. So a couple reasons why I really like final expense is, one, anyone could use the product. Whether you're rich, poor, old, young, anyone could use the product. Another thing is the particular product carrier that I use, they cover anyone from 0 to 85 years old. So again, I can't tell you how many times I've talked to a client and they're trying to get insurance through other companies and they just couldn't get covered. So what that's telling me is that agent is selling insurance that they couldn't sell to that particular person. And I want to be able to sell to as many people as possible. So the only time I can't sell to somebody is if they're 86 or older. So hospice, cancer, incarceration, HIV, AIDS, I'm still able to make a sale, right? So that's really important to me as a salesperson to be able to make a sale with that person. Another thing that I really liked about final expense when I looked at it is that the final expense market is usually middle to lower income families. That's going to be your target market. And a lot of our clients are on Social Security, what does that mean? Well, one, I always heard it was recession proof, but now just going through this pandemic, I realized that it's also pandemic proof. And the reason why is no matter how bad our economy is doing, no matter what's going on, Social Security is going to keep going, right? So our clients that are on Social Security, their income didn't change. Yes, a lot of things in the world are changing, but for them, their income stayed the same. It's steady. They're still able to afford our products. Where, at a time, if I was selling mortgage protection, the big thing is that people were worried about how they're going to pay their mortgage, right? They didn't have the extra cash flow to be worried about mortgage protection. So again, that's another reason why I really liked final expense. Also, the market, right? So the final expense market is the 65 plus market, and those baby boomers, they're turning 65. So 10,000 people are turning 65 every day. So it's the fastest growing market, which is also another big deal to me. Customer service, right? I have a lot of people that sell a lot of different products, particularly I have some good friends that sell health insurance, right? And again, I'm not saying one insurance is better or worse than the other. I'm just letting you know why I personally choose final expense and why that's the only niche that I decided to deal with, is because customer service. Once you sell a final expense policy, there's not a lot of customer service, right? So, send the birthday cards every month, holiday cards, but you're not gonna have somebody call you up and say, hey, listen, I just went to the hospital and I got this bill and I don't understand why, right? And that's something that you have to deal with a lot with selling auto insurance or homeowners insurance or health insurance. With final expense insurance, it's, you sell the policy, you get referrals, and you could really focus that time on finding more people to help, as opposed to keeps having to service your clients and get stuck in that routine, answering a lot of questions about medical bills, and why things weren't covered, or car accidents, and why there's this deductible and that. So that's another big deal. Now, my favorite part is how duplicatable and how simple it is, right? Final expense, typically, with the particular carrier that I use, which is Senior Life Insurance Company, it's a 15-minute application. They developed an app that works on an iPad. And if you know how to work an iPad, you're basically trained, right? So now we're talking about something very simple. So now when you want to build a business, right, you need employees, you need other people to work, and those employees need to be trained. So what's the learning curve going to be, right? So if I am selling multiple products with multiple carriers, multiple underwriting procedures, multiple application processes, multiple apps you have to learn, paperwork and stuff like that, there's going to be a much larger learning curve to teach these agents. And again, remember, when I got in the insurance industry, it was about building a business. It wasn't about, I wanted to be an agent for the rest of my life. I wanted to build a company. So the more simple I can make it, the easier it is to duplicate and to teach other people how to do the same thing, right? And again, just like McDonald's, they just have a very simple system that is just very duplicatable, right? So there's a lot of different things you can sell out there. Another thing that I get, a lot of people say to me is, well, you could make such a high commission if you sell this product or if you do annuities and stuff like that. And absolutely, that is true. And you could also sell oil rigs and make a high commission, right? But typical agent that sells final expense should be submitting and issuing multiple applications a day, right? If you're with the right lead program, the right mentor, and you have the right product you're selling, it's not uncommon to make multiple sales every single day. You should be making more than 5 sales a week, 10, 15 sales a week, right? So that's really good for your mindset too. As a salesperson, no one likes to go a day without selling anything, especially when you're 100% commission based, because in your head, you just worked all day for free, right? Nobody likes that. So even though you may have that big payday when you sell a product once a month, how do you feel those other days that you're not selling everything? You have so much weight in one sale, where with final expense, you're selling so much stuff that if one person cancels on you, you just wrote 2 more policies to replace that, right? So there's a couple things that went through my mind and that I learned through this journey, that keeps me stuck on, again, one product. I use one carrier that can cover anyone from 0 to 85 years old, one system, one underwriting process, and it just gives me the ability to duplicate that over and over again and be able to hire people in any state, and just really teach our system. Very simple system. So I hope you got something out of this. If you did, please share, comment, like, and if there's anything I could ever do, send some comments, and I'm here to answer any questions. If you have any other questions about the industry, please put some comments and I'll make a video about it.